For 2 decades, Goolam Rajah served as the team manager of the Proteas. During that period, he presided over 179 tests, 440 ODIs and 40 T20 internationals. His journey began as a club cricketer before he was thrust into administration. His decorated career grew from humble beginnings. Growing up in a divided country meant Rajah had to fight against the odds to break the chains of poverty.
I was born in Donfontein, Johannesburg, which is about 2 streets from the Carlton Centre. In those days, if you were non-white, the chances of you getting into university to do health sciences, which is what I wanted to do, was almost nil. But thank God, a guy came to me and he said, "You want to still study?" I said, "Yes, but I don't have the finances." He said, "What if I get you a sponsor? You'll have to pay him back if he agrees once you qualify." I said, "That'll be great. I wouldn't say no to that." And he found me somebody. He was a very, very, very generous person. I agreed.
Rajah travelled to England, where he studied towards a degree in pharmacy at the University of Leicester. This is where his journey into club cricket began.
My first day at Nuneaton College, I sat next to a Welshman. We became so close. And then he suddenly, while our discussions over the months, he said, "I hear you like cricket. My brother plays in a team. Why don't you play for them?" I said, "But how can I play? It's a white team, I'm sure." And guess what he told me? He said, "Goolam, you are not in South Africa anymore. This is England. You can play for any team you want to. They don't look at your color." I said, "Okay, fine." So I played about a month, and then exams came in. So that basically was my basic education.
When Rajah returned home, he worked as a pharmacist for many years, while continuing to serve as an administrator.
For about 15 years, I practiced in retail pharmacy until one day I got a phone call from Dr. Karim that looks like there's going to be unity here between, South Africa had 2 cricketing bodies, and that there might be unity. I was also on the CAT board and selector and manager of Transvaal. So he said, "Would you be interested in getting involved in the new dispensation?" And I said, "Yes. Cricket is my passion, and I won't say no to that. But let's see how it goes." Unity took place, the 2 boards met, and Steve Schwete was one of the, pioneers of the unity. And from what I heard, rumor has it that there was a lot of to and fro in that meeting, and Steve Schwete said that, "Listen guys, I'm locking this room of this boardroom, and I'll come back in a few hours' time. But when I come back, there will be one body of cricket in this country." And when he came back, there was one body. People realized that you had to accept that there will be differences of opinion, but that wasn't enough reason not to unite.
He was then asked to manage the Transvaal team on a 3-week tour to England. It gave him first-hand experience of the historical inequalities of the sport, providing a poignant yet light-hearted introduction to team management. Life experience was vital for Rajah. He absorbed, learned and acclimatized quickly. Soon he was approached to take over as the first ever team manager of the Proteas. After 20 years in the job, Rajah called time on his illustrious career in 2011. He left an indelible mark on the game, setting an exemplary standard for the role.
I was an ordinary person just doing my job. 20 years, maybe I was the cheapest guy they could get. But when I took on the job, I realized that this thing is not about me. It's about the team. And you got to stretch yourself the extra mile to make a difference. We had a tradition before a test match. The team would have a dinner together, no matter which part of the world we are in. Here was a team of 15 players plus 8 management in a room, having laughs together and enjoying each other socially. So I thought that was something that I'd like to mention, that it gave me a lot of pleasure to say something that I started is still in existence.
Your contribution to the game of cricket and sport as a whole in our country will never be forgotten. Rest well, Mr. Goolam Rajah.